What's up, everybody? I'm going to give a little A90 shout out. Plus, I'm going to answer some questions. We just finished month 2. People are starting to send me their month 2 results, their photos, and their measurements. Okay? Big shout outs. Lindsay, she's been with me for a while. Then I'm like, let's just finish off our goals together. Join up on A90. She's killing it. We dialed in her nutrition. And this is the thing about A90. You have me as a coach through the whole program, dialing in your nutrition the entire time. Lindsay wanted to give a little bit an extra push, so we did that. In this last month, I wrote it down 13.5 inches down. A ton of this is around her midsection and her hips, where she wanted to lose it. This is over a foot in 30 days. Month 1, we kind of stayed the same, a feel out process. It was actually almost like a back off phase for her from us working out previously, because in month 1, A90, we're working out 2 times with weights. Okay, and she was previously doing 4, so it was a big back off. Now the intensity is up and she's kicking butt. 13.5. Lindsay, boom, give her some love. Next is Jessica. Jessica, same thing. She's been with me for a while in A90, and I'm like, I throw a challenge out at her. Let's clean up the food. Let's really dial things in. So she's like, you know what? Month 2, she's like, fast food's gone. Specialty coffee's gone. Dialing in her new macros that I gave her on her new meal prescription plan. She sends me her inches down 11.5 inches, a foot, literally a foot off of her body in 1 month. Accuracy matters, people. Accuracy matters in the program. Now on to some questions that I had based on the program, and it's right here. What is 3C Recomp? This is a 3C, so I have 3 C's in my program. The best one is Recomp. We body recomp the body. So when you're in my program, we are going to be attacking fat, deep visceral fat, and subcutaneous fat. Sorry, I'm turning off my phone. It's beeping. People are sending me in their stuff. It's awesome. So what does this look like? So right here in this photo, I am going to move myself up a little bit, and I'll move this photo out. So this is deep visceral fat. This is stuff deep around your organs. So if you have a pot belly, things are sticking out. Your arms don't hang. They kind of stick out to the sides because you have adipose tissue. You might not have a lot, but you might have a lot of deep visceral fat. And this is the stuff that's aging you rapidly. This is the stuff that's going to lead to some serious complications later in life. I literally say visceral fat steals years. It steals years off your life. My A90 program not only gets people into the best shape of their life, but we attack deep visceral fat through proper nutrition and a manageable and a sustainable nutrition program that when you're completed with this program, you're going to carry forward into your life, because you also, not only are you eating nutrient dense foods, I'm telling you exactly where to eat it, what to eat, but I also let you choose the foods you love, because a nutrition program is not something that is very strict, very rigid, and then you just can't follow that for the rest of your life. You still have to eat foods you love, and that's in the program. Okay, so subcutaneous fat is the fat that is just under our skin. So if this is our skin, right? You have fat here, and this would be muscle. This is the abdominal wall. Okay, so the subcutaneous fat and the visceral fat are what we attack in A90 program. Now, I'll move myself over. This is something I tell people, if you can get a DEXA scan or a scan or whatever, but we do this just with inches. We measure our inches. And when you're losing inches, and I'm not even talking about body weight, you guys, I'm going to get into this. Losing inches, this is how you lose fat, subcutaneous fat and deep visceral fat. So here is 2 big indicators of deep visceral. You can see it is in white. All around, here's the heart. You can even see the white around the heart. You can see a ton of white and a whole bunch of undigested food. And then you see the subcutaneous fat around the body. Most of the weight is deep in here. We do have some outside, and every human needs to carry some fat. It is very unhealthy to be super shredded lean all the time. We do need healthy fat on our bodies. But when you have too much subcutaneous fat and visceral fat, this is aging you. This is literally like, and people are like, Chad, I don't want to be a bodybuilder. If you're carrying around extra fat, the F word, on your body, more than you should be, you are building your body because you are way heavier than you were supposed to be. So people saying I don't want to be a bodybuilder is just hilarious to me. You're building this body, this sick body, right? And it's extra heavy. So you going upstairs compared to someone who has no visceral fat and very light subcutaneous fat, it's way harder. So you're bodybuilding all the time, letting you know. Okay, subcutaneous fat is this. This is someone who is lean. You can see deep inside. You can see the digestive system. You can see the stomach. You can see the liver. You can see everything. And you can see we will always have a little bit of fat outside our body. And this is just natural. Now, the scary thing is this. Here's a healthy heart. All right, you look deep inside. This is someone who is not following nutrition, randomly eating, or what I hear from a lot of people, oh, Chad, I eat healthy, but they don't perform healthy. Their doctor says they got to lose some pounds, right? There's the weight word. You don't have to. You got to get rid of the fat. This is an unhealthy heart. Fat all over it. We're in trouble here. And the cool thing about our body, if we have metabolic damage, if we have deep visceral fat, if we have subcutaneous fat, our body is meant to get rid of it. As soon as we start dialing in our food, dialing in our sleep especially, managing our stress, working out to get skeletal muscle. This is cardiac muscle around the heart. Getting that muscle lean, strong, and using carbohydrates, we don't gain a bunch of fat. Fat is from excess energy, and energy is carbohydrates and fats, right? If we're eating too much of that and our body's full, we just store it as deep fat. Store it as fat. Store it as fat. We turn into energy storers and not energy burners or users. And this is where muscle comes into play. So body comps. Think about this, and I'm going to use my own photo in a second. These aren't my numbers. This is just numbers I put together. If you are 170 pounds and you are 30% body fat, which is borderline obese, based on these weird numbers people have, you start to work out, do your cardio, lift your weights, eat highly nutrient-dense foods, and still eat some flexible food. Then all of a sudden, and you do this for 2 to 3 months, like in my A90 program, and you stay the same weight, you drop 10% body fat, actual fat, and your inches drop 24. That's 2 feet, but you remained 170. You added lean muscle, which takes up less space on your body and uses more carbohydrates and more energy and ramps up your metabolism. You are a new human being, but you're still the same weight. This is where body weight is not the best indicator of what's going on the whole picture, right? If your body fat is up here and your lean muscles here, and I take off this and you're eating more food and you start to work out and this comes up, we're now the same weight, but you're a different human. Smaller waist, smaller, tighter arms. Everything is functional. Everything's moving. You have energy. You're feeling better. That is a body recomp, and that's what we do. Do we lose weight? Yeah, people are losing 5, 10 pounds. The average weight loss on a healthy weight loss, based on where you're at in your body weight, 0.5 pounds for the week to max 2 pounds. But a lot of this would be like water weight, and this is the rapid dieting scams you see all over the places. Like, hey, do my plan, lose 30. You can lose 30 pounds. Don't eat and don't drink water. You'll lose weight. It's weight. You won't have food as poop in your body. You're going to weigh less. You're not going to have carbs in your body, so you're not going to store them in your liver and your muscle, and they're not going to be in your bloodstream, so you're going to weigh less. You're not going to drink water. You're going to weigh less. It's not about weight, people. Here's the picture. Okay, So exact replica, fat and muscle. So here's fat. Look at the amount of room it takes up. It takes up a lot of room, and it's 5 pounds. You got to carry that around. So you train, you eat well, you follow a protocol, and you lose that and you replace it with something that's leaner and tighter. You're weigh the same. They're 5 pounds each. You weigh the same. This is why people can drop a foot and remain the same weight. But you look at them and people are like, "What are you doing? What's going on here?" And they're like, "You're glowing. You look so good. You know, I'm working out. I'm lifting weights. I'm doing the cardio that's needed." Right? To not overdo it. I'm following my nutrition. I'm eating more protein. I'm hitting my essential fatty acids and my amino acids. So I like to do a picture of me. This is me. I'm just a young buck here. I don't even know how old I am here. 20 something. In the young 20s. Totally lost. But you can tell this was me just turning, I think, 49. End of 48, turning into 49. Guess what weight I am? The same weight. I'm the same weight as this chubby guy way back in the day, rapid alcoholic, doing nothing but eating pasta and rice and drinking beers and hanging out with your friends. You can tell the arms are full of subcutaneous fat. My stomach is pushing into my arms. My arms are bowing outwards. I have no muscle anywhere. It's hiding under all this fat and water. I body recomp. I add some lean tissue. I'm leaner deep inside my stomach. Everyone has fat. I always hold fat right here in my lower tummy and my lower back. That's where I hold mine. But tighter, right? Healthy body recomp. Now, when I'm training the ladies, and they love to argue with me and banter with me, Chad, I don't want to lift weights. Like, I gain muscle so fast. And I'm like, well, you should bottle and sell your blood. You'll make billions and billions of dollars because there's many people around this world who really want that. And it's just the saddest excuse ever. And I'm going to tell you what happens when you work out and you have fat on your body and your nutrition is piss poor and you probably drink way too much alcohol and you eat way too much salty, crappy foods, processed foods. So here we go. Here's our skin right here. Under the skin, subcutaneous fat. Under that is muscle. Hear me out. When you weight train, okay, you are breaking down muscle. It has to be hard weight training and the muscles tear apart and it sends a signal to the brain, hey, I need to get stronger here. I need more calories. I need to repair. Amino acids to the rescue, repair the muscles. And guess what happens? You need to eat carbohydrates. Carbs, hydrates. When you eat carbs, they drink, they hydrate. So this muscle gets amino acids in it. It also gets carbs and it hydrates and it swells up. And girls think, oh my God, after one workout, I've gained like 27 inches on my legs. My arms are just jacked. No, you have your muscle hydrated and recovering. And this is a process after you weight train, and it is pushing up on your fat, and your fat is pushing up on your muscle. You are not gaining muscle in one workout. Impossible. This is not a thing. You have, not being mean, too much fat straight up under your skin. We need to burn this off, and that's a body recomp. This muscle gets stronger. It gets hungrier. It grows a tiny bit, but barely any. But what it does is it gets rid of the fat. The fat goes bye-bye. So all you girls out there thinking that you can get big after one workout, no, you just have too much fat and your nutrition is just not even close to helping you move forward in what you need to do to get your results. It's not the spinach diet. It's not this bullshit starvation diet. It's eating the right amount of calories from protein, carbs, and fat, being very protein forward, dominant. You need amino acids. If you do not have amino acids, your body will search for amino acids in the shitty food you are eating. And this is where you start to crave, because the body's like, I need my aminos. I need this. If you're only going to eat this, I'm going to send you a hunger signal and you're just going to eat, 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 eat. And now your muscle is full of carbs. Your liver is full of carbs. Your bloodstream is full. What do? The only place you can store extra excess energy is fat. So lift weights, muscles, build them, use them, get some functionality. This is what our A90 program does. This is what all my programs do. Functionality, strength endurance, and we also work on training the cardiovascular system because you need all of this to get and add years to your life. You want a program, we got it. It's coming up. We have 1 month. Early bird is on now. Sign it up. A90 for the win. These people are learning like crazy. My app has results. You get to visually see them. Okay? If you have questions, DM me.